Hello students, and it's great pleasure to again represent my next video before you, and these videos are informative in nature to help you in your board exam, cbse board exam preparation. So whatever support you have given me so far, I really thank you for that. So in the continuation of the previous video, in this video I will again explain you how to understand history questions, but this time objective type of questions mainly. In previous video I have explained you that how to decode the subjective type questions, because if you do not understand the question you cannot answer any question. So here we are understanding the objective questions which are asked in previous year history question paper cbse class 12. Now you know that previous year there was a change in exam pattern. Now the objective questions were being asked, 20 marks questions probably. So if you prepare for objective type questions, then of course your score can be very high, because in objective type questions there is nothing like evaluation. What you do is right or wrong. So if you have given the right answer, then of course you will get the full marks here. But if you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer, then you cannot write anything just for the sake of answering. So you have to take care of these things here. So let's find out actually what type of objective type questions CBSE is asking in history question paper for class 12. Objective type does not mean only MCQ. Remember that. Now this is the if we are making this mistake, this can be our biggest mistake. No, this is not only MCQ type. MCQ means multiple choice questions. That is only one type of objective type questions. There may be match the following also. There is identifying the statement also. So you have to, I am again telling you, please read your chapters thoroughly. Don't skip your textbooks. If you are skipping your textbooks, then it is not going to help you in the long run. So please listen to me very carefully. Don't skip reading your textbook. Wherever you find, with the help of your tutor and teacher, you can highlight that statement or underscore any important point which you think, yes, that can be asked, that may be asked in your exam. So prepare well for objective type questions. You should not underestimate it, and that is possible only a thorough reading of your textbook. Don't rely on reference book only, don't rely on teacher's notes only. Please do your self study. That is why you are in class 11 and class 12. Here it requires your own efforts, then guided, then molded by your teachers and tutors. So please see the first question. What is the first question here? I am going to read it out for you, which was asked in a CBSE board exam previous year. Which are of the following statement, which one of the following statement is not appropriate about Aine Akbari? Which one of the following statement is not appropriate about Aine Akbari? Option A, it was written by Abul Fazl. Option B, it was a gazetteer of the empire. Option C, it was sponsored and commissioned by Akbar. Option D, its data was uniformly collected from all the provinces. Now see, if you are relying only on notes, then you may or may not solve this question. But yes, if you have done a thorough reading of your textbook, that chapter, Chronicles and Kings, then you can understand which option you have to take here. So please See, this kind of question is coming in your board exam, and even students who are studying in class 11, you should prepare likewise, because one day again next year you have to appear for class 12. So if you don't know the exam pattern, what CBSE is expecting from you, then how can you deliver your best there? Now I come to next objective type question. You will see again. Now this is match the following. Match the following. 1. Amil Guzar. Option A is given accountant. 2. Mandals. Again B is given revenue collector. 3. Patwari. C is given panchayat headman. Point number 4, Diwan, and D is option supervisor. Now you have to find out what was the name of the accountant in Mughal period, how he was known then how supervisor was known then at that time, then how revenue collector was known that time, what was the name actually of revenue collector, what was the name of panchayat headman then. So if you know all these things, if you know all these facts, then you can answer. If you miss it, then of course that will be your blank. You will drop blank here. So if you want to score 1 marks here, then you should prepare likewise. Then the third question, see. Read the information given below, identify and name the system followed in the Mughal society. Now the statement is like this. Remuneration for the work was paid through small daily allowances. It was the micro-level exchange network operated in the villages. Now here is the statement. Now this has been directly picked up from your textbook, NCERT textbook, not any reference book, not any notes. And if you have skipped reading your textbook, if you have not read it thoroughly, then you will miss this. So please ask your teacher, please ask your tutor to explain these lines to you while in the class, while in the coaching class, so that you can remember it for a long time. And this is important here, to know what kind of system. So if you forget these lines, you will forget the system. Now that is how they are asking objective type questions. Try to understand their pattern. Now I come to again one more objective type question. Arrange the following dynasties of Vijayanagara Empire in chronological order. Arrange the following dynasties of Vijayanagara Empire in chronological order. 1. Sangama. 2. Aravidu. 3. Tuluva. 4. Saluva. Now these 4 dynasties were there in Vijayanagara Empire. So if you have not read, then how you will know? And it is not written that yes, which dynasty ruled first, then which dynasty. After reading the chapter and listening to the lecture carefully, you will find out yes, and whenever somebody is telling you yeah, this dynasty ruled first, then followed this dynasty, then which dynasty came last, you should remember. That is the note you should make. Practice notes making instead of notes taking. There is a difference between notes making and notes taking. So please practice. I am not saying take help from everywhere, from teachers, from notes, from sample papers, but also do your self-study as well. Then also at the end of the video, I again tell you some more subjective type questions, 8 marks questions this time. See, questions can come like this. Describe the life of untouchables in the ancient period. Describe the life of untouchables in the ancient period. Now this is also very important. Describe. Here is simply direct questions. But life of untouchables. How untouchables were treated in ancient period. Now 8 marks question. So of course they expect you to write more, at least somewhere around 300 words. And in a sequence manner, which I will deal in my following videos, that how to write an answer. 8 marks question, you have to be very judicious while writing. If you don't do that, then you will get average marks. You may get average marks. Now the next question, Chronicles are an indispensable source for any scholar wishing to write a history of Mughals. Examine the statement in the context of Akbarnama. Now see, this question is again 8 marks question. First, testing your reading skill, not writing skill. Forget about writing, replying to this question. First, you have to understand these questions. What is the meaning of chronicles? What is the meaning of this word indispensable? If you don't know the meaning of this word indispensable, then yes, then you cannot write the answer, correct answer. The meaning of this question is that chronicles is like a source which cannot be just forgotten. This source is mandatory, compulsory for understanding the history of Mughals, writing the history of Mughals. If you do not read the chronicles, if you do not study the chronicles, you cannot write the history. That is the meaning of indispensable. You cannot avoid it. You have to consider it. That is the meaning of indispensable. Now this is the key English word here. Now, still the question is not finished. Still the question goes on. Examine the statement in the context of Akbarnama. Now you cannot simply start writing any chronicle, any book. No. They want you to write in the context of Akbarnama. Examine the statement. Now what is the meaning of examine the statement? Not simply describing. Here you have to prove it. Yes, this statement is correct. But with reference to Akbarnama. So if you don't mention anywhere Akbarnama, what is written in Akbarnama, how you can derive anything, any proof from Akbarnama and prove this statement true, your answer is not up to the mark. Then writing skill comes after. That is why I am telling all you children, all you students, improve your reading skills. If you cannot read, you cannot understand. And if you don't read your textbook, if you don't do some extra readings, how you will improve your reading skill? And English language here is very important in humanities subjects or art subjects, especially in history. If you don't have proper language skills, you may not understand what is being asked in question. The question can be twisted. So please follow my instructions, follow my guidance, and if anything, you can give your feedback on my videos. Thanks for watching. Okay.